Another area where brokerage firms need to pay attention to is increase their efficiency. So this is mostly driven by regulatory changes which introduce compliance costs as well as high initial margin requirements, as well as the brokerage firm's revenue being under pressure. One key aspect of this is to be able to process larger volumes without necessarily impacting their cost base. The driver for that being things like high frequency trading and the general increase in volume, which is not matched by the increase in revenue, be it from commissions or from, for example, interest revenue. So that means then there is a need for scalable solutions that allow you to scale up, for example, in case the volatility increases and therefore the volume increases. Another area of focus is to reduce post-trade operational costs. This is mostly driven, as I mentioned before, by the revenue for brokerage firms being under pressure because they're in a low interest rate environment, as well as their commissions and margins are also being pressured. So that means they will need operations to work more efficiently, having more automated solution with an end-to-end automation. Also consolidate, for example, their reconciliations in a single platform. A point of particular interest as well is to be able to manage collateral more efficiently. We've mentioned with regulatory changes the initial margin requirements will be increasing dramatically for firms who have OTC positions. So as a result of that, it's key for them to be able to affect collateral more efficiently, and they would also need to reconcile collateral more efficiently. So perhaps instead of just looking at the overall value of your collateral, reconcile it at a more granular level, and looking at things like haircuts to ensure that this is aligned between the external counterparty and the internal system. And finally, an important area of interest which we have seen is the ability to control fees in a more efficient manner, to be able to identify whether the fees you are being charged by an exchange or an external broker are correct, and to make sure that, for example, you're also not undercharging or overcharging a customer. As a conclusion, these 4 points really converge to one point, which is that firms will need to increase efficiency, mostly to thrive and succeed in an environment where their revenues are going to be under pressure, and they're also facing additional requirements when it comes to compliance, additional initial margins they would need to post, as well as increased volumes of transactions they will need to process.